আজি মই তোমালোকৰ সন্মুখতে এটা ইংলিশ কবিতা লৈ আহিছো. The title of the poem is A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, written by William Wordsworth. Poemৰ বিষয়ে জনাৰ আগতে আগতে আমি এটা এক্টিভিটি কৰোঁ. ইয়াতে পাঁচটা ইমেজ আছে. ইমেজ 1, ইমেজ 2, ইমেজ 3, ইমেজ 4 আৰু ইমেজ 5. এই ইমেজবোৰ চাই তোমালোকৰ মনত যি words আহে just randomly তোমালোকে নিজৰ কপিজত এই wordsবোৰ লিখাচোন. What are some of the words that strike your mind when you perceive these images or pictures? For example, this is the picture of a beautiful house. Kisuman words junbur amar mindot ahe looking at this picture are family, bonding and relationship, for instance. Tumaluke sage eniko kisuman hobdo paisa jeneke nature, river, beautiful, trees, time and so on and so forth. Aru yate thoka bahut keta words, for example nature, for example love, relationship, they are related to romantic literature in English. We can say that the romantic period in English literature roughly started towards the end of the 18th century and continued almost towards the first half of the 19th century. Some of Wordsworth's contemporaries, those who were writing at the same time in the romantic period, were Samuel Taylor Coleridge, John Keats, P.B. Shelley, Lord Byron, to name just a few. One of the characteristics of romantic literature is that the writings in this particular period are very subjective in nature, which means that the writers or the poets expressed their own thoughts, their feelings and their emotions in a very, very imaginative manner. Some of the important themes of romantic literature are nature, beauty, childhood, love and relationship. Now, try to link the words that you have written in your copy in the form of a storyline and then try to construct a few simple sentences out of all those words. Wordsবোৰ connect কৰি তোমালোকে সাগে এনেকুৱা কিছুমান sentences, very simple sentences পাইছা সাগে, যেনেকি a man is sleeping, he is dreaming, the man dreams about his beloved and so on and so forth. এতিয়া জানো আহা কবিতাটোৰ থিমটো কি. A slumber did my spirit seal, I had no human fears. She seemed a thing that could not feel the touch of earthly years. The speaker is in a state of pleasant sleep, a state of unawareness that has sealed off, that has closed off his spirits, his soul, his mind, his consciousness of reality. The speaker is in a dream-like state, a trance-like state. He is away from the real world, a world that knows no worries, no tensions, no complexities, no fears. The third line mentions a lady figure, probably his beloved, named Lucy, as this is one of Wordsworth's Lucy poems that is taken from the collection Lyrical Ballads. The speaker feels that his lady love can never die. She shall always remain untouched or unaffected by age or mortality. The first paragraph highlights the theme of intense love. Yate speaker eta kalponik jogotot ase. বাস্তৱ জগতৰ সংগ্ৰাম আৰু দুখে তেখেতক যেন স্পৰ্শ কৰিব নোৱাৰে. আনকি তেওঁৰ প্ৰেয়সীও বয়স অথবা মৃত্যুৰ দৰে প্ৰাকৃতিক ঘটনাৰ যে বলি হ'ব পাৰে সেই কথা কল্পনা কৰিব নোৱাৰে. No motion has she now, no force. She neither hears nor sees. Rolled round in earth's diurnal course, with rocks and stones and trees. In the second stanza, the speaker wakes from his slumber. he wakes from his sleep to realize that his love, his beloved, is no more. Thus, death is the essence of the second paragraph. Negation of life is expressed through expressions such as no motion, no force, no sight, and no hearing, thereby strongly emphasizing the death of his beloved. Though she has no physical movement, yet paradoxically she moves along with the earth on a daily basis, as she has been integrated into the earth. She has almost become a part of nature now and has been assimilated with the natural elements like rocks, stones, and trees. Second paragraph কঠোৰ বাস্তৱে স্পীকাৰৰ নিদ্ৰা ভাঙে। কবিয়ে এতিয়া বুজি উঠিছে যে তেওঁৰ প্ৰেয়সীৰ মৃত্যু হ'ল। এই পৃথিৱীৰ শিল, বালি, গছ-গছনিৰ লগত তেওঁৰ শৰীৰ বিলীন হ'ল। Now, after the theme and subject matter of this poetry, let us try to understand the language that has been used in the poem A Slumber Did My Spirit See. This is the first stanza of the poem A Slumber Did My Spirit See. In the very first line, A slumber did my spirit see, তোমালোকে এটা বস্তু মন কৰিছা চাগে, that the grammatical construction is not very correct. A slumber did my spirit see. It should have been a slumber did seal my spirit. But the poet makes use of such kind of a poetic device which is known as inversion. This poetic device is used by poet to create some effect. আৰু ইয়াতে আমি চাব পাৰোঁ যে the very first sentence ends with seal and the third sentence ends with feel. So in order to create a rhyme pattern or to match the rhyme scheme, the poet makes use of inversion. In the very first sentence of the poem, we see that there is a repetition of the same consonant sound. For instance, slumber, sir, spirit, sir, seal, sir. So there is a repetition of the similar consonant sound. Here the consonant sound which is repeated is sir. Hence, this kind of repetition of the same consonant sound in consecutive words in a sentence in poetry is known as alliteration. এই প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফত তোমালোকে alliteration ওলাব পাৰিবানে? Where is the instance of alliteration in this paragraph? Do you think that the writer has made use of the poetic device that is alliteration? The third sentence, she seemed a thing that could not feel, has no punctuation mark. There is no syntactic break in this particular sentence, and the thought or the sense continues into the next sentence, and the sentence finally ends with a full stop. Such kind of a continuation of the poetic thought or sense is known as enjambment. এতিয়া আমি poemৰ rhyme scheme to অলপ জনাৰ চেষ্টা কৰোঁ. Let us try to understand whether the writer has made use of any rhyme scheme or pattern in this particular poetry. The very first sentence of the paragraph ends with seal. The second line ends with fears. Seal, fears. They don't have much relationship as far as pronunciation is concerned. Both of them, they have different pronunciation patterns. Let us go to the third line. She seemed a thing that could not feel. Seal, feel. Yes, the word seal rhymes with the word feel in the third line. আমি ক'ব পাৰো যে এইটো এটা rhyme pattern. Let us indicate the rhyme pattern as A. Now, let us go to the second sentence. I had no human fears. Fears. Do you think fears and years in the last sentence of this paragraph, they have some similarity as far as their pronunciation is concerned? Yes, they have the same pronunciation pattern. Fears, years. And so we can say that they have similar pattern of rhyme. Let us indicate it by the letter B. আমি ক'ব পাৰো ইয়াতে যে আমাৰ এই প্যাৰাগ্ৰাফৰ rhyme scheme বা rhyme pattern হল A, B, A, B. Now students, one class work for you. Can you identify the rhyme pattern in the second paragraph of the poem? Students, English is a very rhythmic language, and the rhythm of English language is more felt in English poetry. Rhythm in English poetry is maintained by the syllables in the line of poetry. Let us understand what exactly is a syllable. Syllable is the smallest pronunciable unit in a particular word. For example, আমি যদি এইবোৰ words লওঁ যেনেকৈ sun, dance, trees, faith, age, school. এইবোৰ wordsত অকল এটা syllable আছে, which means that আমি অকল একবাৰ attempt কৰোঁ এই wordটো articulate বা pronounce কৰাৰ কাৰণে. There is just one articulation or one attempt that we make from our side to pronounce these words. So these words are monosyllabic words in English language. কিছুমান words ইয়াতে মই লিখিছো যেনেকৈ water, college, music, driving, people, humble. These words in English language are disyllabic words. Water. The word water has got two syllables. Water. College. Music. Driving. Which means that we make an attempt twice. There is an attempt from our side twice for articulating or pronouncing this particular word, water. Now let us try to understand the rhythm of the first paragraph of this poem. A slumber did my spirit see. Let us break the syllables. A slumber did my spirit see. How many syllables did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the syllables in English language, or for example in this particular line of poetry, they are not prominent. They are not stressed. Some of the syllables are stressed, whereas some of the syllables are unstressed. The syllable that carries the meaning of the word or the root part of the word, usually those syllables are stressed, whereas insignificant part of the words, sometimes articles or maybe a preposition or maybe a suffix or a prefix, they are usually unstressed. So now the particular rhythm that is followed in this particular line of poetry is a slumber did my spirit seal. A slumber did my spirit seal. Unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. This is the pattern of rhythm in this particular line of poetry. Thus, if we were to express the rhythm of this particular line of poetry through some music, it could be The dum, the dum, the dum, the dum. I repeat, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum. Unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. A slumber did my spirit seal. And similarly, this rhythm continues for the entire paragraph. A slumber did my spirit seal. I had no human fears. Yate unstressed aru stressor juntu combination hoy etuk Englishot iambic meter buli koa hoy. So we get 4 sets of iambic meter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, iambic meter is also followed as far as the rhythm of second sentence is also concerned. But there is a difference. We just have 3 sets. 1, 2, 3. And so we can now see that the poem follows this pattern of rhythm. Unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, which means that iambic tetrameter, 4 meters, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, which means iambic trimeter. The entire poem is written in iambic tetrameter and iambic trimeter alternately, and that is the same for both the paragraphs. And this is the intonation, or this is the rhythm of this particular poetry. Let us now try to read the second paragraph also using the same rhythm. The dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum. No motion has she now, no force, she neither hears nor sees. The dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum, the dum. Roll round in earth's diurnal course with rocks and stones and trees. So students, this is the particular rhythm of iambic tetrameter and iambic trimeter that is followed in this particular poetry. A slumber did my spirit seal. Next time when you read the poem, do read following the right rhythm. Dear students, I hope this class has helped you to some extent in understanding the theme, the subject matter, as well as the language that has been used in the poem A Slumber Did My Spirit Seal, written by William Wordsworth. Hope to come up with more such videos. Thanks for watching.